Buenos días a todos mis terrícolas, soy Gizelle de Colio y mi planeta se viste de seriedad y para el día de hoy tengo el honor, the honor to have Mr. Glenn Theobald. Thank you so much for coming.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Es una de las personalidades más importantes de Miami-Dade Police Department, de la policía de Miami-Dade, de aquí del Doral, de los de los fraudes que ocurren con los mortgages, and él sabe de todo, así que le puse mi ejemplo como caso y no puede creer. You can't believe all the frauds I have, right?
I was shocked to see that you have actually been victimized by mortgage fraud.
That's
yourself.
why I was so interested in getting to know you, because there's gotta be thousands like people like me that are victimized of fraud and really don't know what to do, and I want you to help them like me, see what are the tips to prevent them, and if we are victimized, what to do. Si usted es víctima de fraude, si necesita ayuda, como es mi caso, él no puede creer que en mi caso, que yo necesite tanta ayuda, que me hayan hecho tantos fraudes y yo no saberlos. Así que usted puede ser víctima de fraude y no saberlo. En este momento, estése alerta, abra los ojos, contáctese con Mr. Glenn y él les va a dar los tips que a continuación, very important. Florida is one of the states that has more mortgage frauds in the whole United States, right?
Yes, Florida is #1 in the United States in mortgage fraud.
No way.
And Miami-Dade County is
Florida es el que tiene más fraudes en todo Estados Unidos de mortgages.
Major metropolitan area. Miami-Dade County is the 4th in the United States.
Y Miami-Dade el cuarto en el área metropolitana. No, why is that? Why do you think is that?
We have had such a wonderful run with the real estate market, and it has grown tremendously over the last few years.
En el año subió tanto el real estate en esta área que
it has made it possible for the folks to commit fraud and
que le posibilitó a la gente a cometer los fraudes más,
run under the radar screen and not be noticed because the prices of the properties have been increasing.
Y como subían los precios de las propiedades,
right, and it hid the actual frauds that were being taken place because people were pulling money out of the properties and never intending to pay back the lender or the owner of the property.
Claro que pedían préstamos y después con la intención de nunca devolverlos, entonces los apartments they go to foreclosure.
That's correct. If it goes to a point, they go into foreclosure, and you see Miami-Dade County we have over 20,000 foreclosures this year alone.
No. 20,000 foreclosures solamente en este año tuvo Miami-Dade County. And they were all intentionally, you think?
The mortgage fraud that we're finding is orchestrated schemes by people that are in the business to intentionally defraud, and by making material misstatements or leaving items out or using a fraudulent signature, forgery, identity theft, a number of different things. Correct.
Le firman su nombre, señora, usted no se da cuenta. Hay un clan que están en combinación, como las compañías que the people that give you money, that sometimes they make the apartment value go higher than what it really is.
That would be an appraisal that's artificially inflated.
Que es artificialmente inflado para prestarle más dinero a usted. Usted nunca lo devuelve, se queda con la plata, firma por su esposa, por su esposo, como me pasó a mí, víctima de fraud, identity theft, robo de identidad, fraude al banco y falsificación de firmas. Así que, what do you do to prevent that?
Well, what we saw, and this started about a year ago, going to seek additional legislation to help us out, and also Mayor Carlos Alvarez formed the Mayor's Mortgage Fraud Task Force.
Task Force, you're the chairman
yes,
of the
I
Task
am.
Force. Él es el presidente del chairman de los Task Force. Así que Carlos Álvarez en este momento también está haciendo una legislación para que todos puedan asistir y también para que se den cuenta de cómo prevenir estos fraudes y que no sigan sucediendo. But it's something that it's out of your hand. If it happens, I know you arrested some people now this year. I read on the internet you guys got like 11 arrested possible.
We arrested back in October. We arrested 11 people. This
En
past
octubre
week, on
arrestaron a 11
Wednesday, Carlos Alvarez, the mayor, announced another 7 arrests that we made.
about
And
mortgage fraud.
yes, ma'am. And what we're going
They
to
need
do.
to arrest mine. You need to, they necesitan arrestar al mío. Sí, yeah, because it's a whole bunch of people. Because the fraud is not committed by one person only.
Right. There's a team of folks that are
Yes.
involved normally. I says there's usually
Son un
either a
grupo.
real estate agent, a mortgage broker, an appraiser. Sometimes they initiate the help and get someone act as a straw buyer.
Yes.
And there's usually one person that orchestrates the entire fraud.
Exactly. Hay una sola persona que es la que encargada de cometer el fraude que involucra a. But in that case, they're all involved. Or
Yes.
it's only usually it's the first one that starts it.
Because we have the new law now, everybody that's
Ah,
involved in the
yeah, what's the
process.
new law?
The new law
Hay una nueva ley
makes
ahora.
mortgage fraud the particular offense a third-degree felony, and anyone that's in the process, in the mortgage origination
Cualquier
process,
persona que está involucrada de cualquier
whether it's
manera,
an appraiser,
sea
a real
el
estate agent,
bancario, del
somebody
real
that
estate,
notarizes the
un
papers,
notario, which is, they're all involved.
someone that goes out to actually inspect the home,
Yeah.
anybody that's involved and
yeah,
they know.
cualquier persona que esté involucrada en el fraude,
Right.
a pesar del falsificador principal, digamos, están todos bajo your new law, bajo la ley que yes, Mr. Glenn did, están todos arrestados. How long does it take a case to be resolved?
Well,
A basic case.
The basic case,
¿Cuánto dura en resolverse?
there's a lot of paperwork involved
Yeah.
because you have a lot of documents when you're going to seek a loan, and they all need to be scrutinized. They have to look very carefully
Yeah.
at these documents. The detectives need to go through those. I said sometimes they need to subpoena the records from companies, so it would take quite some time to go through one case. But the good thing is, with the task force, we have additional officers, we have additional detectives to go ahead and handle the additional caseload that we're getting now.
So that makes it faster.
It makes it faster. We're coming up with an individual mechanism to go ahead and handle a case, to have an easy process to do it.
Wow, ahora bueno, gracias a la ayuda de... Hay dos oficinas que se están encargando de fraudes para agilizar el trámite, ya que es un montón de documentos que hay que revisar y... Mine is going to foreclosure. You can solve it before it does?
Well,
they don't want to pay if they already
right.
got a second mortgage, which is fraudulent.
Right. If we are able to get in there and be able to prove that is fraudulent, we can actually
Stop the foreclosure?
Stop the foreclosure. I says,
How long does it take to go to foreclosure? Before you stop paying the mortgage?
It depends on who the lender is.
Yeah.
It could take upwards of 7 to 8 months. Sometimes it's faster depending upon who the lender is and if they want the property. Normally, lenders don't want the property back because it costs them money to upkeep the property. It costs them money to go ahead and resell it. So they would rather have the person that owns it pay the mortgage. If they can't pay the mortgage, sell it, get rid of it. And if they actually have to do a foreclosure, they would want to get rid of the property and sell it on the open market.
Wow. 6-7 meses tardan en ir a foreclosure. Así que la verdad que si usted está pasando por este proceso de que está por ir a foreclosure, ellos no quieren, el banco no quiere ir a foreclosure, no quiere que le paguen, por eso les dan tiempo. Y si hay un fraude involucrado, la policía, el departamento de fraude pueden hasta parar el foreclosure de su departamento. Así que si todavía no se dio cuenta y usted es víctima de fraude, está a tiempo de parar el foreclosure y contáctese con el señor Glenn o mándeme un email y yo también les voy a derivar al señor Glenn Theobald, que es el jefe, el chairman de Fraud Task aquí en Miami. Así que vamos a un break y enseguida volvemos aquí en el Planeta de Col. Hoy vestidos de seriedad.